Jess Ryan. Welcome to your town. I'm really excited to be back on the hilltop here at West Liberty. I'm a proud alum, and I always love coming back to the school. But I also love to welcome new guests here. This guest of ours had been on a couple of months ago, and we talked about some exciting things that are going on. But I'm really happy to have with me today Dr. Cummings. Thank you so much for coming and speaking today. I know we're going to be talking a little bit about back to school and adopting a student. Well, we're not quite finished with this. Folks need to know that events like this take time and lots of planning. So thank you from you're the director of the North Wheeling Community Youth Center. So let's talk about this beautiful program that you've been doing for plenty of years.
Yes, so this is our 33rd year.
Wow.
In doing the Adopt a Student program. And the Adopt a Student program is unique in light of the fact that we adopt a student for a whole year of school, and we start out by having the school supplies available for them. They can come through almost like a store and just pick out what they want, pick out the school bag they want, notebooks, pens, pencils, things of that nature. But we also provide new clothes for the kids, for both boys and girls. And we also provide a good meal for the family so they can pick out the food that they would like. And we believe that a family that eats together has a better chance of staying together. And so this comes from when I was unable to take care of my family, and we wanted to pay it forward for the help that we got. And we're honored to do it. And I know perhaps, hopefully I don't look as old as I am, but we've been doing it so long that now this has been generational, where we were at a mall a few months ago, and one of it appeared to be a father talking to his wife and children, little girls, and he didn't say anything to me, but he was talking loud enough that I could hear, and he pointed at me and he said, they helped me when I was in the third grade. And so it's an honor that here he's perhaps married and has children, and he remembers the Adopt a Student program helping him in the third grade. And so, and that's what we like to do, and hopefully make a positive difference in somebody's life.
And for 33 years now, talk about that growth a little bit. How many students were you seeing at the time, and how many families do you see come through now?
So when we first started back in 1990, we just helped the kids in our church. And then after that, we helped the kids in our neighborhood. And then we were getting calls saying that we need help too. So we went from helping probably about 25 to about 50 to now we average in between 500 and 600.
Which is unbelievable.
Yes.
And those supplies do not come out of thin air, I imagine. I assume you have a lot of great community partners that help you with this.
We do, and this is one of the unique ones that's different than Christmas or Thanksgiving or Easter. This is where we ask for individuals that are kind enough to help us that they can adopt one of the students, and we just asked for $45 to help us to adopt a student, to help buy all the supplies that they want. Then we send them an adoption certificate. You helped us adopt so many kids, whatever the case may be, and suitable for framing, and then we send pictures to follow up on the way we gave it out and how many we gave out to, and we hopefully make them a part of the process.
I think that's beautiful, and the fact that it's an adopt a student project really does give in perspective what that need looks like, what the cost is per individual child, and that ownership I think is important and probably keeps donors and people that are really invested in the program coming back.
Yes.
When you mentioned that, I thought of it in my mind as a back to school fair. It's much more than that.
Yes, and I'm glad you said that, because the Adopt a Student program is going to be Saturday, August 24th. It will be at the North Wheeling Community Dream Center, right across the street from the church, 407 Main Street. And then the next day will be our back to school festival. So our goal is, we believe that your attitude determines your altitude. Your attitude determines how high you will go. And so if you go back to school saying it's time to go back to school and I don't have this and I don't have that, you're probably not going to do as well. But if you have all the things that you need, and then we have, carnival rides, and we don't charge anything for the carnival rides. You get free tickets, free candy, free ice cream, and you see us celebrating you for you going back to school. Hopefully you'll say, it's time to go back to school, wow, and go in with a better attitude and hopefully do better in school. And so we normally, as of this second, it's not confirmed, but under normal basis, we believe that we will be at the Wheeling Park Amphitheater, where we've normally been, all things being equal, and we will have all those free things available for them, and we hope that they'll come out and have their family have a good time.
I like that you celebrate the kids at that time to let them know they got through their summer, they're a little bit of a break, but there is a lot of excitement wrapped around back to school and seeing their friends. But certainly with the program you have before that, giving them everything they need, that probably provides a lot of excitement to the students and families too. Everyone likes to open a new fresh box of crayons, right? And use them on the first day of school.
Oh, yes. This is the only program of the 4 giveaways that we do that's 2 days. And so this is a Saturday and Sunday event. But it is, as always, a first come, first served basis. Children have to be present for the children's gift. Children don't have to be present if you just want food, but for the kids' gifts and things of that nature, children do have to be present. And anybody's welcome to come to the festival, but the rides are mainly for the children.
Okay, and if people want to partner with you who maybe haven't partnered in the past or fell off and haven't worked with you guys for a while, how would they reach out?
So you can go to our website at BethlehemApostolicTemple.org, and there's a sign-up information there. There's a 3-minute video about the Adopt a Student program that they can watch, and they can call the church at 304-233-8899. They can check out our social media, our church Facebook page, and our church YouTube page, and all of those things. So all you have to do is really type in to YouTube, Adopt a Student Program, Wheeling, West Virginia, and the videos will pop up. And so hopefully, this one we are really in need. We don't have a major sponsor. We are dependent on individuals to help adopt students, so that the more students they adopt, the more students we can help.
That's great, and I assume there's quite a volunteer crew that helps put this all together. If people maybe don't have the means to contribute but support the mission, is there other ways?
We desperately need volunteers on all the things that we do. We'll need volunteers on Saturday. We'll need volunteers on Sunday. We'll have as we said, on Sunday, there's a free food that's out there. We'll be passing out the food. This won't be the food that we do on Saturday, where it's for a family, where we give out hams and turkeys and things. This will be hot dogs and hamburgers and cotton candy on Sunday. And so we need help with all of that. And then on Saturday, we do need help in passing out the canned goods and the things in there. And our goal on Saturday is to feed a family for a week. Sometimes the best food is the leftovers.
Oh, you're right.
So, but we hope for them to have a great time, and our goal is to put a smile on their face and hopefully believe that not only does their community love them or their family love them, but hopefully know that God loves them as well.
Such a beautiful program, one of the many that you provide for our community. We're certainly blessed to have you here.
Well, we wouldn't be able to do this without wonderful people like you who help us get the word out so that people know help is available. There's nothing wrong with needing help sometimes. Everybody needs help sometimes, but there's everything wrong with needing help and refusing to get it.
I agree with you completely.
Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you for everything that you're doing for our community and coming and sharing with everyone.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. We will be right back.
From humble beginnings in 1837, West Liberty University has been home to thousands of students. Whether you're a recent high school graduate or looking to complete a college degree later in life, starting your educational career at West Liberty University will be the catalyst for your future. This is a place where you will discover who you are and where you belong, surrounded by lifelong friends and a supportive faculty and staff. Start your journey home at westliberty.edu.
Welcome back to Your Town. I'm excited to have a friend of mine, Taylor Rise, is in the house with Augusta Levy Learning Center. I mention this every time they're on, that they are one of the reasons that I started to love nonprofits and special events in the community from Dancing with the Ohio Valley Star. So Taylor is here. She's the development coordinator at Augusta Levy, and I'm so excited you're here.
I am excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Sure. So what do we have coming up at Augusta Levy?
Well, we have a couple things going on that I wanted to talk about today. So April's Autism Awareness and Acceptance Month. And for the past, I don't even know how many years, several, we always sold the puzzle pieces. Well, businesses sold the puzzle pieces for us to help raise money for Augusta Levy. It was very time consuming, and it's more work on them, and we didn't want to keep asking them for that. And it was just a lot of, I don't know, extra. So we minimized how we're doing it this year. So we made little mini billboards that are going at each business with a QR code. Also, nobody carries cash anymore. So it has a QR code now, and people can make donations that way. So it's a lot simpler. And we have about 50 businesses participating, so around the valley. And I hope that that's going well so far. I haven't checked in on it yet, but everybody was excited about it. And so that's what we're going to do this year for April.
Okay, great. So where can they look for those? Just on counters, things like that?
Yeah, so they're usually at the cash register. A lot of restaurants, we did little laminated versions, so they're putting them with their menus or they're putting them on the tables. But mostly I'd say they're at the cash register. Some people are sharing it on their social media pages as well, and some people are doing little contests to get people to participate. So,
Okay, great.
So yeah. And then we are also bringing the color run back in June. We're making some changes, and so now it's called Spectrum of Color Run. And this year, well, moving forward, it'll start benefiting the Sean Ramsey Autism Scholarship. So Sean was a devoted mother to a child on the spectrum, and she
Emotions.
Yes. Was a BCBA, and she dedicated her life to helping children and families on the spectrum. And so now we set up the Scholarship Foundation for her to help pay for services for students that are attending Augusta Levy. So that's
beautiful.
how we're going to do that, so that we can help raise money for that and help kids. And I think she loved the color run and all of those kind of like outdoor activities anyway. And I just think that she would really love that her scholarship foundation is able to help people get more services and things like that. So
That's beautiful.
excuse me for that.
Oh, it's super emotional. And
Yeah.
everything that you do on the daily is
Yeah.
super emotional.
It is.
What you're able to do for the kids, but also their families and form
Yeah.
those connections with the parents. So just a beautiful organization.
Yeah. So we're also making changes to it. So
Okay.
we are adding, like I said, we changed like the name of it, and now it'll have like a benefit. And then we are adding a foam station. So Ohio Valley Foams is a new upcoming thing in the valley. So we also will have the color still, but we're going to have the foam. We're bringing back the selfie booth, and we'll have food. And I think that's all of the changes, but we're hoping that it's going to be bigger. Registration will open in May.
Okay.
The color run's June 15th this year.
It's my birthday.
Oh, well, great. You can come celebrate with us.
Colors going all over the place.
Yeah.
So can we just backtrack real quick
Sure.
just to let people know, if you haven't been to the color run, what it's
Yeah.
about. So me and
Sure.
my kids have volunteered before at a color station to throw color,
Yes.
but super fun, super good for different age groups.
Yes,
and also
all age groups.
to get people to understand the mission of Augusta Levy too.
Yeah, agree. So it is really fun. I love Dancing with the Stars, obviously, but I feel like this is just a really fun event because it's just not as like formal, which I love getting dressed up and doing the whole formal thing, but this is more just like laid back, casual, fun, and like the weather has just started to get nice at this point in the year. Sometimes it's not, but for the most part. So it's nice to get outside. It is fun for all age groups. Yeah, and we can also have people volunteer, like you said. So if anybody does want to volunteer, we have several different stations and things that people can volunteer at. Everybody wants the color stations, so they're throwing the color. It's a 5K, so everybody's walking, running through. Everybody that registers in advance gets the t-shirt, the white t-shirt with the logo, so they get the color thrown on them. Now they'll be running through the foam, and then we do have awards after. So we'll hand those out, and that's where the selfie booth, we'll have some food, and things like that. So it is a super fun event for everyone, and a lot of our kids have participated. So we start kind of training our kids a little bit before if they're going to participate and doing like walks with them or running with them. Some of them do actually run, and some of them participate at the color station. So
super fun
it's
for
fun.
all ages. You do not have to be athletic to participate in this
No,
event.
you can just walk through it. And I did want to mention, we have a safer alternative route, so people aren't scared to participate. We are starting at the waterfront, and then it's hard to explain, but it's going to end up on the trail so that it's not going through as much of the construction and crazy roads, because I know everybody's like, I can't believe you're doing that. I'm like, well, we've worked really closely with the city and Josh Sanders, and they're helping us come up with a better route. So it will end up on the trail, come out by the yachts club, and then kind of pass back on the trail, and we'll end up back at the waterfront by like the playground area. So the majority of it will be on there, and we will not be running through all of the chaos that we have going on downtown. But yeah, I'm excited that we were able to figure out that alternative route and be able to go, because we were worried that it wasn't going to be able to happen this year. But yeah, we're hoping we're coming back strong, bigger, better, and we're ready to go. So
Good. Well, it always takes a village. So
For sure.
it's nice. The city's always a good partner with those
Yeah.
type of special events. So I'm
They've been
excited
great.
that it's back too, because it's been a few years.
yeah, well, we didn't do COVID year, so I think we just skipped a year. We had one, and then we didn't do it last year. We just had like there was just so much going on and so many changes, and it was just, we were like, we're going to take a break from that. So
But
yeah.
it's unique to this area. It's something that people support. And obviously, they get to learn a little bit about Augusta Levy as well.
Yes.
And I love the name change, too, to using Spectrum in the title.
Yeah, Spectrum of Color. We have a new logo with like this really pretty color
Spectrum.
wheel, Spectrum wheel going behind it. So yeah, we're excited to bring it back, and the community was excited. We didn't know that, I know that people like the event, but I didn't think it was going to be like that big of a deal to people if we didn't do it. And so many people were messaging us like, are you bringing it back? Are you bringing it back? And I'm like, we got to bring the color run back.
Give the people what they want.
So here we are. We're doing the color run, and we're excited. And like I said, registration will open in May, and we're still kind of working out some of those little fine details on how we're going to go about that. But it'll be on our social media page, possibly on the website, but definitely on the social media page, and it'll open in May. And
Okay. So any sponsorships? I know you need volunteers for that.
yeah, anybody that wants to volunteer, we do have several different things that they could participate in and help. We need a lot of help at like the registration, not registration. Thank you. I was wondering where that was coming from. Not registering. Passing out the bags with the shirts and packets and things that morning, and then sponsors are always welcome. We'll be handing out the sponsorship packets this week, I think, actually. And yeah, anybody that is able to sponsor, that would be great. We do have to pay, obviously, for having the waterfront, and then all of the vendors that we have and things that go along with that. So
Good.
We
Well,
are-
I'll do a push real quick for you for the sponsorship side of
Okay,
things.
great.
From like a team building standpoint, if you come in and you're a sponsor, you can absolutely put your logo on something and pay the money and feel good about it. But this could be a really good team building thing for your folks as well, where you can come in, sponsor, have some people walk in the event, run in the event, and then have people set up, do a station and have them together at that time. We've done that in the past, and I really find a lot of value in getting together with people outside of that in such a fun way. And you quite literally reach in and throw color. So it's
Yeah.
powder that sticks to those white t-shirts, and it's super fun and pretty.
Yeah.
So I would encourage not only to get involved by writing a check to a very worthy cause, but also getting involved and getting your team together to go out and experience that, the teamwork that it takes to do that kind of stuff, and the fun that you can have on a day like that.
Yeah. And like I said, this event specifically now will be going toward that scholarship foundation.
Right.
So it is a little benefit if we do have, any profit from that. It will be going into that to go back to the students that need help covering the expenses and costs of attending Augusta Levy and getting them the help that they need. So
Excellent. Well, thanks, Taylor.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. I, again, love Augusta Levy, love the mission. To learn more about that, you can go to their website, and you can also check them out on social media. They're pretty active on there. I would encourage you to get involved in this way, in this event. The weather is breaking now. We're starting to have really pretty days, so outdoor events are super exciting. I would encourage you to get outdoors and explore the beauty that is West Virginia, and you can do that at Augusta Levy's event. Thank you so much for joining. We will see you next week.
I am completing my postmaster's educational leadership certification, and what I like about it was that I could complete it completely online. My classes each week are very structured, so I don't fall behind, yet it is flexible because I can kind of work on my own pace and I can adapt to my schedule. Even though it is online, it's set up so that you can develop personal relationships with your classmates and with the faculty.
I feel that West Liberty is preparing me to be a future leader. One of the requirements in the program is to work closely with a supervisor, and this provides the opportunity for an authentic experience.
I think school leadership development is very important for future leaders so they can get a taste of what they're going to be doing every day and help prepare them for the future.
I feel that this has been one of the most valuable professional developments that I've ever had. I've learned a lot about not only leadership, but about myself, and I feel that it has made me a better teacher.
The collaborative work that I do with Kayla is definitely very valuable. She's been a great help to us here at the school.
Recently, we have been working on scheduling for next year. We have been working on getting the students who require special education services in the right classes, if they need small group instruction or collaborative instruction. We have also worked on school discipline. I recently completed a root cause analysis on discipline referrals and suspensions, and I'm planning on using that for my final capstone project. One of my goals after completion is to someday become an administrator because I want to have an impact on improving organizational outcomes to not only better the school system but the community as well. I hope to someday foster an environment that emphasizes teamwork, innovative thinking, and equal participation to achieve objectives.
I guess if I was saying what my overall goal was, is just to be the best leader that I can be, and I want to inspire and empower others. I want to build collaborative and culturally responsive relationships within my building and throughout the county.
My name is Hannah Salonica. I am a senior in the psychology program here at West Liberty University, and I'm going to take you on my day. So first today we're going to go into biological psych with Dr. Fletcher.
We are going to be doing our Play-Doh activity with the eye. So we're going to create an eye out of Play-Doh, and assignment part 1 will be due the end of the day today.
The psychology program here at West Liberty University is really amazing. The courses are set up really in a way that you build a strong foundation before you move on to some upper level classes. Some of those can be like biological psych and clinical psychology. So we really do work on getting those transferable skills before we move on to the more like harder classes. So psychology is really a flexible and applicable major that we can use to do so many different things. You don't even have to stay in the field of psychology. I know a lot of people can use these skills to transfer over into different social work careers, even things like criminal justice. And going to grad school really just opens up those opportunities. For me, I really want to go into school psych, but a lot of people in my cohort like the clinical psychology route, where you really focus on assessments and the therapy setting. And our school here at West Liberty has a grad program where you get your master's in clinical psychology, and when you graduate you get to actually work as a licensed doctoral level psychologist in the state of West Virginia. So today we're heading back into biopsych, where we're actually going to be dissecting cow eyes today.
Part 2, we're going to walk through most of the questions in class, but then you will still turn in the document online. The nice thing about the cow eye is it's really big, so it's a lot easier to see these different structures.
Biopsychology is a very fun and challenging class. It's super interesting, and we're learning a lot about different anatomy, not only with the cow eye, but also with the brain. And we did do a Play-Doh dissection before we moved on to an actual cow eye dissection, so we were able to use those skills on the Play-Doh and then transfer them over to the actual anatomy dissection. And this really connects because there's a lot of malfunctions and different disorders, not only with the eye but also with the brain. So being able to identify those specific parts, we're able to use that to then learn about the different disorders that are affected in those areas. So when you're a senior, you go through a practicum experience, which is a internship of about 100 hours, as well as some classwork that adds up to like 35 hours. I decided to do my internship at the School of Bright Promise, where I get to work with a BCBA, which is a board certified behavioral analyst, and I'm on her behavior management team, where we work on responding to different crisis behaviors with the children. But it really is awesome because I get to work with kids. This is something that I want to do with my school psych masters that I want to get, and it also helps just really prep for the future and get hands-on experience of applying these psychological principles we're learning in class and applying them into the real world. So today we're heading to canine cognition with Nessie.
Timing has to do with the conditioned stimulus being presented, and it needs to happen before or at the point that the behavior is occurring.
So one of our special topics class is the canine cognition one. This is actually a new class we just added that students can take for a psych elective, and we really go into a lot of the biological functions of a dog from their birth up until their adult life. And we're also learning different skills like training skills, as well as some first aid that we can actually use on our own dogs. So it's a really fun class. So we're heading into the psychology lounge to do a quick meeting. So the psychology club here is really a place that you and your cohort and other cohorts can kind of come together, and we do different things like study groups. We do some fundraisers like our chocolate rats in the fall, and we also have different trips that we take, like going to the trans lunatic asylum. We did that this year. That was really awesome. And then also we were planning on going to the psychology museum in Akron. Thanks for checking out the program with me. For more information, visit our website.
Hello, my name is J.R. Oliash. I'm a campus police officer here at West Liberty University. I've been employed here since 1988. The job entails multiple things. For lack of better words, we do the normal police procedures, patrol, check doors, but we interact a lot with the students. The reward factor for me has been I've made some very, very good friends over the years, who I've kind of like watched them grow up through their college career and kept in touch with them. My whole career has been enjoyable. If you did a highlight reel, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly parts of it, but mostly good. The people make West Liberty a special place. When I first started here back in the early 80s, they just made you feel very welcome. That's why I've stayed as long as I have, is because of the people.